Hey there, it's Walt. I'm just finishing up a wonderful 3-week trip to the States. Some great business experiences, workshops, programs that I've just loved doing. Of course, connecting with friends and with family and with kids and with my beautiful grandson. And we've had the opportunity to do a lot of climbing up high in the wild, cold mountains of the Northeast with driving winds and snow and temperatures. One day it was minus 65. It was pretty crazy. And people sometimes ask me why I climb. Why do I go out there on the edge and experience that risk? And that could be many, many videos of response. But one of the reasons that I do is that it makes me feel alive. That sense that all of my senses being engaged, that I'm connecting with the land, I'm connecting with the environment, I'm connecting with my partner, my beautiful wife, and we're in it. We're experiencing it deeply. And it's so easy in the ordinary course of our lives simply to get by, to get through, to muddle through. And it's no one's fault. I mean, we have so much coming at us all of the time, and we've got so many responsibilities. We've got so much to do, so many plates that we keep spinning in the air. And it's easy in the course of our daily life, in the course of what we need to do, to lose track of the contours of our life. Shawn Achor, who is the Harvard happiness guru, talks about the cognitive horizons of our lives beginning to flatten, and everything begins to look the same. And in that context, where our cognitive horizons have flattened, where we're caught in the daily slipstream of our lives, it's easy to let time slip by. It's easy to tell ourselves the story that we're going to get to those things that light us up, that we're going to get to those things that matter most. And the truth is that today is all we have. Tomorrow is promised to no one. And this is the moment, this is the day to be the co-creator of this gift that is our lives, to live richly, deeply, fully here, now, before the clock runs out, to fulfill those deepest longings of our hearts, to live without regret. I'm a voracious reader, of course. I'm not terribly steeped in poetry, but I've always loved the poetry of Mary Oliver. And we lost Mary last week. She lived a grand life and she died last week. And I went back and looked at some of the amazing poetry that she had shared over the arc of her awesome career. And there's one very poignant poem called When Death Comes. And it ends with these stanzas that are just so drive home this point that I've been thinking about over the last week. And she says, when it's over, I want to say all my life I was a bride married to amazement. I was the bridegroom, taking the world in my arms. When it's over, I don't want to wonder if I made of my life something particular and real. I don't want to find myself sighing and frightened or full of argument. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world. Oliver wanted to just grab and suck the marrow out of life, as Thoreau would say. I don't want to end up simply having visited. And that's the experience that I think that we all have the opportunity to embrace, to grab hold of, to not just allow time to slip by, to just visit and skitter along the surface, but to live deeply, fully here, now, in this one and only precious moment. And so those are the things I'm thinking about today as I'm getting ready to travel back to my beautiful hillside in West County, Cork, Ireland, having had these amazing experiences over these last 3 weeks. I invite you to think about how you can become a bride married to amazement, or a bridegroom taking the world in your arms and just grabbing hold of it and experiencing it all. Make it a great rest of the day, great rest of the week. Talk soon.